Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, woo-wee.
Yeah.
We back.
And if you don't know, now you know, all right? Welcome to the JB and Benny Blue Review Podcast, episode 198. Hey, that boy
That's right.
The Swaggy P meme when all the question marks popped up, you know what I'm saying, in my head. I said it. So if you're joining us for the first time, man, we appreciate you. North, south, east, west. If you're in the east, you know what I'm saying, you listen to the beats. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the west, you're rocking with the best, all right? If you're in the north, you know what I'm saying, you'll never come up short. All right, and then if you're in the south, we don't never watch our mouth. All right, so just check out the fact that you are listening to the JB and Benny Blue Review Podcast, episode 198, man. Follow us on all social media platforms at JB and Benny Blue. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. Share, like, subscribe. We like those 5-star reviews. Tell your friends about us, all right? Always available on casualsports.com. We live stream. Rocking with the best out in Phoenix, of course. All right. And we believe because we are on the Believe Podcast Network. Shout out to the family, the Believe family, and all of our sister podcasts on there. Check that out, man. That is like the hub, the home for podcasts.
They got a lot going on, man.
Whatever you want, whatever you need, man, you better believe that they got it. Pun intended. All right. Sponsorship questions. Hey, Mel. As Benny likes to say, boob pics. We appreciate it. All right. We're not asking for it, but we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because some women just like to show themselves, and that's okay. We like that you're proud of who and what you are, all right? But rock with us at the JB and Benny Review at gmail.com. That's our email. You can mess with us any given time. We do have a phone number as well, man. Shoot that phone number to him real quick, Benny.
818-850-2804. You can leave a message and we will drop that on the Savage Hotline. We will play that on the show. And of course, you can drop a comment or question at any point. We got a lot to talk about here. We're talking about some NFL.
Right.
We got some JB's, win or not. We're going in on a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And of course, on Tuesdays, you got JB's Boyne and Bridges live streaming on Twitter, AAT Sports _, and the All About the Birds Network.
Yes,
how'd it go last night? You're doing some recap, doing some picks.
Yeah, good show. Yeah, pretty basic show. We did our patented segments that we do week to week, whether we have a guest or not. And you know what I'm saying, it's just a good show, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to All About the Birds Network and All About the Birds family. And shout out to the city of Philadelphia. Shout out to my boy Nero Marriott, who was my guest last week. Yeah, he actually went. I want to say he went 9-4 with his picks. He did pretty good, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he was one of the top between me, Chip, Jeff, and Johnny U. So he was right there at the top. So we appreciate the love always, man. You know what I'm saying? Twitter page on the way. For whatever reason, Twitter is kind of hoeing me right now. They won't let me make my Burning Bridges podcast page. I don't know why. They kind of hoeing me. But yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Like every time I try to like spin off and do it, Benny, it just be like, we can't do it right now. Like, okay. I'm starting to feel like a kid who got a father that keeps saying he's coming over and it never comes. All right. So
I'm going to go for a pack of cigarettes. He doesn't come
out. You know, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? But we'll get it all figured out. It's all good because we got all that you need going on. You know what I'm saying? You can check us out on YouTube. Past episodes, so on and so forth, because we do live stream. And, of course, they are there on YouTube. Now, we do have them, Benny, popping up on podcast form as well. Johnny U is working on that. Straight podcast for your listening pleasure. All right, now we got merch. All right, you don't believe us?
Man, undefeated, baby.
You don't believe us? You don't believe us? Go check out our merch pod on our what the link in the bio, Benny? Link in the bio for our merch. Use code Kyler or Birdgang for 15% off Super Kyler Murray and Birdgang All Day Apparel at jbnbnreview.com. Go rock with it, man. Super dope shit.
Merch, baby.
Yeah, I need a hoodie. It says Birdgang All Day, right? And I'm speaking to our guys. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of Chad Doom Spot again? We ain't said their name in so long.
Yeah, Trends Collab.
Trends Collab, right?
Listen, man, you got to put your order in, man. You got to get it made, baby. You get that cost. I
gotta go to the source. I gotta hit Brother Chad up. Shout out to Chad and Terry. What up? We love y'all nephews. Was popping. You know what I'm saying? We out here, but. That's love, man. You know what I'm saying? So rock with us. We've been around for a long time. We're going to be around for a long time. Again, episode 198, Benny. What's that like, bro? You know what I'm saying? Man. What that 198 life like? You know what I'm saying? We 2 episodes away from the big 200 and
Woo! We covered a lot of ground, man. We've had a lot of fantastic guests. We've had a lot of very memorable sound bites, to say the least. If we did a super cut of all the shit that we've said on this podcast, we could probably release a stand-up special. I'm not even gonna lie.
You know,
we got so many jokes.
Benny, what you're saying is so beautiful, right? That it might need to happen, right? I think you just manifested. You just spoke something into existence right there, right? Because we do. We got patented sayings. We got, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, we got in 200 episodes, Benny, and 199 episodes. Come on, man. We got
a lot of segments. We've probably done at least like 20 different segments. We've had guests from every different corner of society. Only thing we're missing is your man John Skelton. We got to get some politicians on here. We need people campaigning, baby. We need people campaigning on this shit.
Yeah, and we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Johnny Skelton. You know what I'm saying? Running for office in Tempe, Arizona, out here in the good old desert, man, the Valley of the Sun. Shout out to everybody in the Valley of the Sun. Shout out to everybody in La La Land out there in the greater LA area. The North Hollywood district for sure. You know what I'm saying? Showing mad love. One thing I love, Ben, is how North Hollywood still rock with us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
They really do.
Jeremy Kenyell. Shout out to Jay Strong. Shout out to the G-Train family. Mimi Licious, a.k.a. the Body Girl. What's up, yo? You clowning on IG. You know what I'm saying? One of the baddest things on IG. Killing the game. From just folks from Big Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Folks that we used to rock with at Big Wayne, man. And it's nuts, man. Like, it's nuts how people still rock with us, you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, we'll get a message out of nowhere from somebody we ain't seen or talked to in forever. You know what I'm saying? That we used to rock with. They used to come to our comedy shows or something back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Just be like out of the blue, like, hey, what's up? Where y'all been? Or you get that weird light out of the blue. Right. Like, damn, I ain't seen this fool in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's still rocking with us, and we appreciate that. It's all love, man.
Yeah, and listen, we're definitely gonna do something special, do something live. Whether it happens like in the same week or 200 or not, we're still gonna do something live now that we'll be eclipsing that number. Because man, listen, people, you don't understand. Our fellow creators get it, and JB's obviously getting it even on a personal level, just obviously adding to the brand and doing burning bridges. Man, this shit is work now. Like this is fun, but this is work, and this is commitment. We show up every Wednesday. We should listen, reviewers. Whether we know the numbers go up and down with like a lot of people will watch, we might not get much at all. But we show up every Wednesday for you, damn it, because JB and I got our own shit happening. Trust and believe. Like I got a lot of irons in the fire. JB's got a lot of irons in the fire that we won't even get into on the show. But trust and believe, when we show up every Wednesday, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern, God damn it, it's for you.
It's for the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
For the people.
For the people. Always have been hashtag for the people. You better believe it, man. So Benny, what's popping, man?
Feeling good. As you've mentioned these last couple episodes, thank good God Almighty, the weather's kind of evening out. So it's outfit weather. We're damn near halfway through the football season, so we're going to think of it. College football's feeling good. Michigan State this Saturday. College game day, top 10 matchup. I feel reborn when it comes to college football, JB, and it's not just because of Michigan being better. I feel like I'm reborn. Watching.
So let me break down a couple things.
You just pulled on a piece of paper.
I did. So
we really are, Coach.
So when I do burning bridges, you know what I'm saying? Of course, again, it's me, you know what I'm saying? So I have to have a script, you know what I'm saying, and so on and so forth. But one thing I want to tell the reviewers is just we talk about notable games, right? And Benny just brought it to my attention. A couple upset alerts, but of course we got Michigan State, right? We got Penn State and Ohio State, right? We got Ole Miss and Auburn, right? We got Texas and Baylor, right? Look, these are big time games, man. It's not to be mistaken for bullshit, Benny. This is going to be a really good Saturday, man, for football.
Oh, without a doubt.
So, man, look, hey, reviewers out there, enjoy. It's the most beautiful time of the year. Shout out to the World Series going on. I think Game 2 is being played tonight with Atlanta and Houston, you know what I'm saying, the Braves and the fucking Houston Astros in the World Series. And, man, shout out to them. And, of course, NBA action is getting started. You know what I'm saying? I think they're about 5-6 games in. NHL is pumping. Like, if you're a sports fan, it's that time of the year, baby.
Oh, man.
It's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going all the way down. It's a beautiful thing going on, baby.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited, man. Like, I mean, I feel like, you just feel reborn. Obviously, as reviewers know from last week, I was in the building for the Rams-Lions game. So we'll get to that. That was That was an entertaining 3.5 quarters game, to say the least. And
without a doubt,
first level seat. So JB, I was with all the crazy dudes that like travel from Michigan to all the away games. They're wearing they're wearing like lion costumes. I was with them cats.
Nice.
So
that's pretty awesome, man.
I was talking to him. I'm like, I don't know how you do this shit. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't spend money to go watch it. I wouldn't.
I got Benny. I got a homeboy. Shout out to Dre, aka the Goods. You know what I'm saying? I went to college with. You know what I'm saying? One of my boys. I consider the crew. He family. He's a Raiders fan, and he's a real Raiders fan, right? He travels, you know what I'm saying, with the Raider Nation. Like, he's going to go to 2 or 3 games a year, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rated out, so on and so forth. He has, last time I checked, he had a black and silver Camaro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is a Raider, tried and true. So I understand. That's commitment, man. That's love. Yeah. That's a fan. That's a fanatic, all right? We gonna extend the word, not, then we're going to cut it short with fan. That's a fanatic right there.
Yeah, we were sitting with the fanatics, like the cats like you see like on like the highlights and like we were sitting with them cats. So
we love to see it, man. We love to see
it. It's a rough season, but they were
the game wouldn't be shit. The game wouldn't be shit without them.
Yep, they knew their shit. They knew the players, and hey, man, it was a fun experience. So, and nobody got two-pieced. We talked about this last week. Maybe they did in the cheap seats. Anywhere around us, it was. I mean, it was kind of plush where we're at.
Benny, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But like, I think I told you about the experience I had when we went to the San Francisco game where I almost had to dot their I's and cross their T's.
Was that how you lost your voice for the reviewers?
Yeah. So yeah, if you go back a couple episodes, you hear me, you know what I'm saying, talking like, you know what I'm saying, like Marge Simpson. But
you're talking like her sisters.
Talking like the sisters.
Chain smoking Paul Moss.
Chains there, So Yeah, but it's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? They can get a little crazy in them stadiums, man. But shout out to the fans, and we love y'all, man, all day, every day. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We got a big one coming up tomorrow night out here in the Valley of the Sun in the Big Toaster.
Oh, man, I'll be watching that. Good God
Yes,
almighty.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'll
We're going to get to it, though.
Yeah, probably leave the job a little early tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, to step out and go watch the game. Second half at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta tell them that you're going on your second break and just don't come back. That's the move right there.
Hey, no, I got clout, you know what I'm saying?
Clocked out. That's right. Don't on Thursday Night Football prime time. Don't be texting fucking JP about bullshit unless it's about the game, baby. Leave that man alone. Let him watch the game. Good God almighty. All right, so we got a lot to cover, so we're going to get into JB's patented segment of You With It or Not. We are going topics of the worldly precision. Could be sports, could be life, could be random ass occurrences that JB's got to let us know what he's feeling. And we'll shout out to the late great Bernie Mac. When we break, that's just what the fuck we do.
we break. Goddamn right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kings of Comedy.
You got to come looking for our ass.
I almost started watching Kings of Comedy the other night, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on Tubi. If you ain't got Tubi, man, Tubi will take you back.
It's on Netflix, too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was on Netflix, but Tubi will take you back. If you ain't got Tubi.
One of the greatest closing sets ever.
Unreal.
Bernie Mac doing 30 minutes at the end.
The motherfucking joke to close that thing off was outstanding. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. As a matter of fact, I'll probably watch that shit tonight. Fuck that.
I love that shit. Busting him to the white meat, goddammit. R.I.P. Bernie Mac. All right. JB, we're taking it to Southern Miss to the top. I actually saw this randomly pulling this up on ESPN. I did not realize this happened. But apparently, Brett Favre had to repay some dough for speeches. Apparently, he was paid out for it was state welfare money that he accepted for speeches where he didn't appear. But the state attorney general could sue Favre if he doesn't pay the interest owed on the amount, which apparently is $228,000. And Favre was like, I didn't even know that you were paying. He didn't even know where the money came from. So JB, it's Brett Favre, but it also is your beloved Mississippi. You with it or not? What do you make of this whole situation?
Never heard anything about it, but just by hearing it, I mean, somebody always out to get something,
Him downstairs.
You better believe it. So somebody always out to get something, right? So it don't surprise me one bit. Brett Favre is making money hand over fist still to this day. He's still a businessman. He's not a businessman. He's a businessman, right? So somebody trying to get the bread, man. Shout out to Jay-Z. He's somebody always trying to get the bread. So, I mean, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? State of Mississippi, go to hell for that shit. Busters.
Trying to take the money back.
Trying to take advantage of the man.
All right, JB, we're taking it to stand up, as I'm sure you saw. Oh, it's getting spicier with Dave Chappelle and the LGBTQ plus community, particularly the trans community. He released a video. It was called Stunted. It was basically, a clip from one of his shows. And It wasn't really, how Chappelle is nowadays. A lot of times, a lot of his shows, he'll be like giving speeches.
Right.
And, he's catching his flack from the transgender community from his latest special, The Closer on Netflix. And what he said is, to the transgender community, I'm more than willing to give you an audience, but you will not summon me. I'm not bending to anybody's demands. If you want to meet with me, I'm more than willing to do so, but I have some conditions. First of all, you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end. You must come to a place of my choosing, at the time of my choosing. And thirdly, you must admit Hannah Gadsby is not funny, that was kind of funny. So JB, Dave Chappelle's outreach to that community, are you with it or not?
I'm with it. Because first of all, when the hell did the LGBTQ community become the majority? That's first and foremost. All right. So you can be what you want to be in this world. And I'm going to say this, and I mean this. You can be what the hell you want to be in this world, right? This is America, Jack. This is Jack. You know what I'm saying? So you can be what you want to be in this world. But nobody is above ridicule. Please believe me, right? So if you're going to be whatever you're going to be, then we have the right to be able to make fun of you, right? White people, black people, Jewish people, Hispanic people, Egyptian people, it don't fucking matter. Ain't nobody exempt, bro. Ain't nobody exempt in a comedy show. A comedian, I promise you, there's a fine line between somebody who's a fucking bigot racist and somebody who is just saying, you know what, we're all different, so let me make fun of the difference that we are. Mm-hmm. And if you ever watch a Dave Chappelle special, man, he talk about everybody, right? He talk about black folks, white folks, gay folks, straight folks. It don't matter, right? Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop, quote unquote, right? But for Dave Chappelle to be a man and say this, it's big time. This ain't little shit now. This is big shit, Benny, right? Mm-hmm. He wants to get an understanding because he's tired of them fucking with him. And I understand. I agree. Right? Like, find something to do with your goddamn life, okay? Besides try to be angry motherfuckers. You want to be the angry whatever the fuck you are.
But he wants to understand why they're angry.
And I say that loosely. Whatever the fuck you claim to be, right? Yelling at the cloud, right? Because we know the old person. Well, that's what the LGBTQ community right now is starting to look like, because all they doing is being the old whatever you are, yelling at the cloud. Because everything offends you, right? And that's not the world that we live in. That shit ain't gonna go, right? That shit ain't gonna go, right? That special was brilliant. Brilliant, Benny, right? The closer was brilliant. And one thing I saw that Donnell Rollins, right? Is that his name? Mm-hmm. Ashley Larry. Mm-hmm. And Donnell Rollins posted on his Instagram page. And go follow him if you guys don't. So, man, he's really funny, but he's a very smart dude. One of Dave Chappelle's close friends. He posted a story of Dave Chappelle years ago about the fact that Dave Chappelle befriended a transgender comedian. And this transgender comedian committed suicide, right? Because
he talked about that in the special.
Yeah, right, yeah. So people started back, and so he posted that clip, right? Come on, man. Like, come on. Right, that's a special human being, bro. Dave Chappelle's a special human being who I don't think has a racist, bigotous bone in his body, right? He just wants everybody to understand that we are one. We are equal. You know what I'm saying? But if you claim to be what you claim to be, you are not above ridicule, right? So shout out to Dave Chappelle for doing that, man. That's a big man, bro. That's a big man.
And listen, I mean, you can't tell a certain group of people to be, offended at something, because that's their right. But at least he's taking the opportunity to, like you said, get an understanding and obviously do what he needs to do. And like you said, I mean, it sounds like he's gonna keep it moving, which I think he should. I think from a comedian's perspective, I think these 5 specials probably could have been reduced down to like 2.5, and they would have been like all timers. I feel like they're all pretty good, but I'm glad. I feel like comedians nowadays are I mean, that's what comics do. Will,
that's real shit.
Saying. Yeah. But I feel like now he's in a space where he's kind of done what he needs to do and speak what he wants to speak on. And I feel like comedians need to get more in the mind of letting more time pass before they put out another special. I feel like we gotten too much of a thing where a comedian puts out a special like every year or every couple years. And quite frankly, a lot of comedy specials aren't that good. So I feel like he need, now it's like, okay, cool. Piece it up with the community, and then obviously, learn and grow and move on to other topics. Cause I kind of want to hear what he's more about his life and more things that he can talk about as he gets older. I'm kind of curious about that, but hey, extend to the olive branch. Speaking of someone who's starting shit, but good God Almighty, JB, she does it in her own home. Oh, Jada's back at it again. Oh, she's on the red table talking about her relationship with Will and talking about their sex life apparently. And she said that they have faced difficulty when it comes to physical intimacy. And she said we started this at a very young age, 22 years old, aka when fucking Tupac is around. That's why the accountability part really hit for me, because I think you expect your partner to know your needs, especially when it comes to sex. It's like, well, if you love me, you should know. If you love me, you should read my mind. That's a huge pitfall. So, JB, Jada going back to the entanglement well and being open again about what's happening with her and Will. Are you with it or not in this context?
I'm not. Right? Now, I understand that ratings, this is the red table, bro. Right? She didn't say this and it leaked. This is something that they produced.
She took this to the cameras, yeah.
Right. This is something that was produced, something that I'm pretty sure Will knew about, because he wasn't sitting there like, oh God, she says no. He knew about it, right? So I need both of them to get off that old bullshit. Don't nobody give a fuck. Just let's just be completely honest. I don't give a fuck about Will and Jada's sex life, right? I don't give two fucks.
They're really kind of volunteering a lot of shit,
right?
Aren't they?
Yeah, I don't really give 2 fucks about it. I don't give 0.5 fucks about Will and Jada's sex life, right? I don't give 0.25. You know what? I don't give 0 fucks about Will and Jada's sex life, right? I cared about Jada Pinkett's sex life about 20 years ago, right? You know, and honestly, you feel me? Like, I don't give a damn about this shit. So keep it to yourself, right? And I understand you're doing it for ratings because you got the juicy tea community out there that just want to fucking hear the tea and want to be able to gossip on Twitter, right? Yeah, you know, I ain't with it, man. Just keep that shit to yourself, man.
Yeah, y'all are damn near grandparents. Like, let's cut this out. Your entanglements,
y'all got
entwinements.
Yeah, y'all got grown ass kids, man. Grown ass kids, and if I'm not mistaken, Will is a grandfather. Because his oldest son got a kid, right?
With Trey, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, his
oldest son got a kid. So, bruh, listen, man. Y'all, the term, y'all too old for this shit comes in big time right now.
Applies to you.
Right. This
Will
shit
and Jada.
applies to you fucking twits.
And finally, JB, speaking of grown kids, I thought we'd end off with this one. This would bring a smile to your face. An Ohio father allegedly shoots his grown son after he wouldn't stop playing guitar. Wild shit. I know if you see, actually, I got to show you this guy's mugshot. This is tremendous work. This guy is buddy. This is a classic. These are the whites that Dave Chappelle actually talks about. Is this shit? I gotta show you this. Oh my God, look at this man's face. Ooh wee. If that don't scream meth, I don't know what does. So allegedly, the 79er Fred Hensley Sr. is facing felonious assault. He has alleged to have shot his son Fred Hensley Jr. in the stomach with a .38 pistol because he would not stop playing his guitar. And apparently his son was playing the guitar for over an hour, and he tried to shoot the guitar, but ended up shooting his son right in the stomach. Oh my God, JB. He was sick of his son playing guitar. I mean, was it worth? Should he have caught a bullet? He had to have done this like 10 times in a row, right?
This ain't something that just happened one time. But at the same time, if homie's on meth, you know what I'm saying, it might be. But this right here, Benny, reminds me of a segment on if you have XM radio. There's one of my favorite what they call them, VJs is or DJs or host of shows is Rude Jude. And if you don't know who Rude Jude is, what up though?
Shade 45.
First and foremost, Shade 45. He is a Detroit resident. You know what I'm saying? So Benny, that's one of your guys, right? What up though? Rude Jude. And he had a segment on the show called Black, White, or Other, right? So to read this question, Ohio father, or read this caption, Ohio father allegedly shot son after he wouldn't stop playing guitar, would have been a black, white, or other category. It had to be, right? Because when you first said it, I was like, that's the first thing that came to mind. I was like, man, that's straight out of black, white, or other right there, right? But and then of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go white people, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, first of all, playing guitar and then shooting their own goddamn son. Black folks ain't gonna kill their kids. I'm gonna threaten to kill my kids 1,000,000 times. I love you, Joseph, James, Amir, Deja, Anaya, Sparrow. I love you all, right? And all my other kids out there, I'll threaten to kill you. I will. I'll threaten to kill you, but I won't. I can't kill my son. I wouldn't even pull a gun to shoot at you. That's some white folk shit. That's some hillbillies, hills have eyes, like this guy that just showed, methamphetamine loving white folk shit. No, I'm not with it, man. That's fucking crazy, right? Now I'm pretty sure if you show a picture I'm pretty sure if you show the picture of the son, he probably looks equally as crazy as his father.
Yeah.
And Benny, let's be completely honest. Let's keep it all the way funky. We always joke about motherfuckers in the basement, you know what I'm saying, of they fucking parents' houses. Homie 70 what? 79?
Yeah, son was like 50. Yeah.
So his son gotta be like 50, right?
Yeah, Yep. So was 50 years old on the dot. And man, this dude, his dad, the senior, looks like fucking Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face without the makeup.
So
Good Lord.
I promise you the sun, when they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree, I promise you the sun is right along there. You know, if you put them side by side, they mug shots would favor each other heavily.
Yeah, the meth don't fall too far from the camper. Good grief. Oh my God. So that's it. That's JB's with it or not. You can tell us in the comments or after the fact on social media if you are with it or not at JB and Benny Blue on all social media. Oh man, Michael Douglas, he looks like Michael Douglas after a long binge of meth. All right, folks. So before we get into some NFL talk, of course, make sure to tap in with our sponsor, SavageCBD.com. Use the code REVIEW for 15% off your order and free shipping. That's SavageCBD.com. And again, make sure to follow us on all social media at JB and Benny Blue. New content, all that fun shit. And of course, if you miss a live stream, you're good, baby. Just make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your fine podcasting material. We got you, baby, on that. Just make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now, of course, we're through 7 weeks of football, and it's been hell of a season, especially for the Birdgang. But after 7 weeks, we got to see how we're doing in these Savage picks. And with a drum roll, please. Oh, JB's at 67 and 39, but the Blue Dini has reclaimed a bigger lead at 70 and 36. Let's go through some of these scores right now. The Brownies get it done over the Broncos on Thursday Night Football. The Bungles blow out the Ravens to tie for first in the AFC North. We're going to get into that. The G-Men beat the Panthers, who are starting to struggle. Packers get another win. They're rolling. The Titans get another dub against the Chiefs, who are struggling. Falcons get another win. Patty Dude get a W. Of course, I was in the building for Rams and Kitties, and the Rams got that. Raiders got the W. The Bucks got a W, including Tom Brady's 600 TD pass. Of course, the Birdgang blew out the Texans. The Colts went to a rainy San Francisco and got that done. We're going to talk about that. And the Big Gumbo Bull baby went into the Squawk's nest and got it done on Monday Night Football. So, Dr. Bridges for a little recap. Of course, got to start with the Birdgang. Cardinals destroy the Texans 31-7, and they stay undefeated 7-0. Kyler Murray, 20 for 28, 61 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 pick. Give us the GM Bridges assessment, sir. What did you see from this one?
Cliff Kingsbury got to stop fucking around play calling in the beginning of the game because we were playing a lesser team, all right? But going forward, and we live and we learn, all right? So he wasn't just horrible, right? But he came in very pass happy, right? Now what's made us successful in these 7 games is the fact that, and then once we got going with getting back to what we do, we run the ball, we throw the ball. We run the ball, we throw the ball. We mix it in, and we play very good defense, right? When I say very good defense, I mean gap sound, getting after the quarterback. I mean, we scramble to the ball, we run to the ball, all right? Excuse me. And 50-50 balls in the air, we feel like they're our balls, right? So we play good defense, and even special teams is very sound, right? So 4 quarters of football you're going to get from my Arizona Cardinals. I just need Cliff to be very, very sure about what he's doing play calling wise. I don't care about being the best team in the NFL, and I'm going to say it again. All I care about is being the best team on Thursday, which we play tomorrow night. All right, if you're watching this podcast, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. That's all I care about. That's being the best team on those nights, days, whatever. Game day is all I care about, right? Be the best team. Now, it looks bad, but we didn't really take off on them until like midway through the second quarter, right? And that's one thing I love about us is that we're not flashy. So when you're not a flashy football team, you're not fly-by-night, you're not sporadic, that's a solid football team, right? And we're as solid football team as you can get, and we've earned 7 wins, right? So everybody that's talking shit on ESPN, suck a dick. All right, and that's from the bottom of my heart, right? For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be the best team, so y'all can quit. Y'all can that shit. We don't want to be the best team, right? Keep your best team, all right? Give it to Tom Brady, y'all boy. All right, give it to Tom Brady.
Speaking of that, JB, this is almost a bonus, you would it or not. So Will asked you who would have gave the ball back, and if you didn't see it, in exchange for the 600 ball, I think the kid got 2 years of season tickets. Tom gave him a Bitcoin. He got a couple signed jerseys. He got a bunch of stuff. Do you think that is that worth the price? You think was he paid? Did he hold out for a good deal? Should he kept the ball and held out for more?
If he would have kept that ball, they'd win that motherfucker took it from him, and he wouldn't have got shit. So
yeah, the FBI would have killed him, right? Isn't that what would have happened? I think.
I mean, not the FBI.
Secret agents would have came in.
No, not the FBI. The other secret agent that's on top of the world, the NFL would have killed him. Right? So the one that's bigger than the CIA.
Illuminati part of it. Yeah, I got it.
No, not even that. The NFL, right? Just the NFL, right? Either way it goes.
They are the Illuminati. My bad.
Thank you. So either way it goes, they would have went in the crowd and took the ball from him if he wouldn't have took that shit from him. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. Mm-hmm. They would have found him. Made him an offer he couldn't refuse. They would have got that ball
back. Well, hey, you got a hell of a deal. All right, so there you go. Breaking down the Birdgang. All right, so I was in the building at SoFi Stadium. The Rams beat the Lions 28-19. And listen, the kiddies really threw a kitchen sink at them. They had a couple fake punts. DeAndre Swift got like a 67-yard run.
And I loved it. I loved every fucking bit of it, man. Shout out to the kiddies.
Yeah. They were certainly playing above their talent level, and they were really throwing the kitchen sink, man. I think Mark Sanchez, your guy, Mark Sanchez was on the call, so I was watching the highlights, cringing, of course, because Lord knows he couldn't stop talking about Stafford. But Stafford had 3 TDs, and ultimately, Goff gave one up. Goff did get hit, but he still gave one up to Jalen Ramsey. But other than that, I mean, they were in the game or had the lead. So the fact that they played the Rams, came in there, they didn't lay down, they didn't lay an egg. And even though they had to go in their bag of tricks, I feel like they were balanced and they held their own on defense. Obviously, they had a tough time containing Cooper Kupp, which basically every team in the league does. But considering what the kiddies are at, considering where the kiddies are at, they didn't lay down and they had an opportunity to win. And hey, the Rams finally kind of rose to the top. They kind of played down to the kiddies' level, and they finally kind of rose up at the end of the game. So it's a fun game. We have first level seats, SoFi, beautiful stadium with the Oculus screen, as JB said, is very influenced. Yes, very influenced by the ding, Mr. Jerry Jones. So they definitely has his thumbprint on the stadium. But it's a cool facility. If your team is ever in town, remember it's Rams and Chargers. So hey, Will, listen, when the Rams are coming out here, if you wanna go to a game, you got a place to stay, good sir.
It's really just Rams, to be honest. So we talked.
Yeah, let's keep it real. But I'm saying if somebody's team's coming to town, hey.
But right now, the Chargers are leasing it. You know what I'm saying? But
and by the way, right? Yeah, before they head back to San Diego, before they get kicked out, evicted from their lease. When did the Birdgang come to LA next, or is that already happened, right? Or not yet?
Yeah, we beat them in LA, so they come here next.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Hey, that's gonna be a fun one. All right, keep it moving on the recap. I know you will. Listen, the Bungles rout the Ravens 41-17. Good God Almighty, to tie for first in the AFC North. Are they for real now? Is there something here?
So I'm a Joe Burrow fan, Benny. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. Go Tigers.
And of course, go Tigers. So, and the kid Jamar Chase is a star, right?
Ooh, buddy.
Not flashy. Not crazy with it, not flamboyant. Not to me, he's not. He's just a star. Hard-working ass kid. And him and Joe Burrow really mirror each other when it comes to hard work, grit, and determination. They're like they're made for each other, it seems like. Now, all the things you sprinkle in that the Bengals organization have done to continue to try to build around their franchise quarterback, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome to watch. And their defense, being a no-name defense, plays some pretty good goddamn football on game day, right? So, yeah, I think they're for real. The LSU connection is no joke, right? That was a very talented group. And again, shout out to Coach Orgeron. Even though he's going through what he's going through right now, whatever he's going through, had to get up out of that thing. But, yeah, Benny, yeah, they for real. It's solid. As I just went back to what I talked about the Cardinals, solid football team, right? Very solid football team that plays you for 4 quarters And if you don't play for 4 quarters, odds are you're going to lose. If you make mistakes, they're not going to make mistakes. So shout out to their coaching staff, right? What's their coach's name? I don't know. He's new. What's his name?
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor. So shout out to Zach Taylor for preparation, right? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And this is what you're witnessing with the Bengals right now. The Ravens honestly had a bad game. But if it was down to the wire, right? I honestly have to flip a coin and say heads, tails, call it, bam, okay, you win, right? They're as good as the Ravens, period.
And that division is interesting now because you got them tied at 5-2. The Browns are still in the mix, regardless of what people want to say. And the Steelers are kind of getting sneaky.
We know how the Steelers do, bro. We know how they do.
They're gonna
yeah. But I'm saying, like we know how they do. So once the season gets towards the end, they start to pick it up and they just start to play grittier, nastier football. So that's a very interesting division right now.
It is very. And finally, JB, the Chad Carr's Colts beat the Niners 30-18 on Sunday Night Football. Your boy Kyle Shanahan is 31-19 in 5 seasons. Is he run out of injury excuses? Is he finally exposed?
So I said it, Benny, and I've said it multiple times, and this is the same thing. So the difference between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan to me is one thing is that they're both machines. Right? Their offense is both machines, right? The one thing that McVay has over Shanahan is that his machines, cogs, are newer, and they're working better, and they fit better. So what San Francisco got going on is their cogs is all fucked up, right? That offense, when it's running smoothly, is dangerous. But they have no quarterback, right? Their offensive line is jammed up, right? Kittles is gone. They're number 2. Let's be real. Their number 2 option, because their number 1 option is still playing. He's number 44, right? With that machine, if you know where number 44 is at, you kind of know where the ball is going, right? And if I was a defensive coordinator playing San Francisco, they would never be me. Because if I see 44, we are going to make sure his ass is done. And then we go from there, right? So, yeah, he's getting exposed, just like your man getting exposed. But see, he gets saved over there in LA because he has a defense that can play ball. And that's another thing. San Francisco's defense ain't really hitting right now, right? So Shanahan, it ain't really about him being exposed. It's just really about being Captain Obvious because this shit has been all out in the open. He ain't tried to hide it. He just ain't, again, his machine ain't running properly. He needs a goddamn tune-up, right?
All right, Shanahan, you heard it here first. Get your shit together. It's going to be a long rest of the year, buddy. Especially
yes,
with
it
the
is.
Birdgang.
We're going to whoop that ass again. All right, better know that.
Oh, buddy, it's going down. All right, well, speaking of which, we got to get to it. Week 8 Savage picks right now. Let's go. Starting with the boom, 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 boom. Go, Pack, go. Going into the big toaster, the Red Sea against the Birdgang. And the line is 6 for the Birdgang at home. JB, why do the Cardinals get it done?
We're a better football team.
I agree.
Aaron Rodgers is great, and I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan, right? I love watching him play, his exuberance, the excitement that he brings to the game, but he's missing 2 of his weapons, and I don't really give a damn. I wanted them at full strength, right? I wanted Devontae Adams and Lazard to play. I wanted everybody to play. Hell, I wanted goddamn Brett Favre to come back and play, all right? I wanted everybody to be there, right? Because we're just a better football team, right? We have injuries. We got things we're going through. We never made excuses. We're at home, and we're going to show the world because this is the game that everybody wants to see. We're going to show the world that we are for real. And again, we don't want to be the best football team in the league, but we're going to show y'all that we bought that business. So, yeah, we're going to get it done. And honestly, you can take the line because we're going to beat them. It's going to get bad late.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely picking the Birdgang as well. Just checking the injury report. It's unclear if Devontae Adams is going to play. Looks like Valdez-Scantling made the trip. They're still without Bakhtiari. They're still without Jair Alexander. They're still without Alan Lazard. So and they got a lot. Yeah, they got Zadarius Smith is still on injured reserve, so they're banged up. And even regardless, I think Arizona's a better team. It looks like JJ will be out of this one, as well as Corey Peters. But nonetheless, I think they're deep enough. And especially, I mean, adding Ertz to that offense, that's only going to get better. So I don't know that what Rodgers can do on offense, but can the Packers do enough to contain the Cardinals? I believe the answer is no, and I agree with JB. I think that they will clear the line as well. All right, JB, it's the Fins going to the Bills. Mafia. Yeah. And the Bills looking for some bounce back. They are home favorites, 13.5.
Yeah, Bills. Then I ain't got nothing else to say about it.
Dolphins are in shambles. They're trying to make their last second behind closed doors, potentially get Deshaun Watson, but and definitely not going to have enough doing there in the Mafia. So I'm definitely taking the Bills as well. All right, it is JB's former employer. They keep pounding Panthers, going down to the old Dirty Bird factory, the Big Maybach in Atlanta. The line is 3 for the Falcons at home against the Panthers, who were struggling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take the A right now. They got a little vibe going, you know what I'm saying, with the World Series cracking, you know what I'm saying, the Braves being in the World Series, and they had a little success. So I think that, and like you said earlier, the Panthers, I don't know what they got going on. Something's wrong. So I'm gonna take Atlanta, all right, and who knows what might happen, but the fact that they're in Atlanta and the city of Atlanta is alive right now, yeah, I think the Falcons get the W.
Yeah, and one thing that what Carolina has going on is a lot of injuries. You look at their report, and they got a long list, including Stephon Gilmore is going to be out, plus all the cats that they got on injured reserve. I mean, McCaffrey, J.C. Horn, guys on the O-line. I mean, so without some backup, Sam Darnold's kind of starting to come back down to average, back down to earth, and that's why you're hearing their name in the Deshaun Watson. Will. Talk to bro. The Packers. Oh my God, Jesus. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. But hey, pretty sure the Birdgang is gonna get it done. But
do what you feel like you need to do, boss.
Right. Keep the household happy. So there you go. But I'm taking the Dirty Birds as well. Oh, JB, this is your drafting team, the EAGLES Eagles going into Detroit. And the line is 3.5 for the Eagles at home, but I'm a bit dubious on this one. How do you feel about it, sir?
I feel like this might be the Detroit Lions' first win. All right. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I said it on my show with Burning Bridges, of course, and my producers are all in Philadelphia. Right.
Johnny, Chip.
Yeah. So Johnny, you was in Philadelphia, Chip, you know what I'm saying? All of them in Philly. And I said I might lose all my followers after this pick. But I feel like Detroit will get their first win against Philadelphia. And again, I'm going to say it on this show. Philly, don't sell the house, okay? The reason why I'm saying that is because Detroit is starting to buy into their program. And you see it, right? They're hungry for a win. And for whatever reason, Philly's defense is, they just don't know their identity. They don't know who the hell they are right now. So I think that Detroit's going to play on that. I do feel like Ford Field's going to come alive. I feel like they're going to show up. And I feel like it's going to end up being a raucous crowd. And I feel like that Detroit's going to end up winning this one late. I wouldn't take the line because I feel like Detroit will probably win by 1 point. But
yeah, exactly. And listen, what you're seeing from the Lions is that even though they're losing all these games, there's no quit. Had they already laid down at this point in the season, it's a different thing. But the reality is, they almost snuck one on the Rams, and that was just from pure effort from from a team that was just more talented than they are. But the Eagles are kind of are wildly inconsistent. Hurts, like you said, don't sell the farmer Hurts, but he's been struggling. They're talking about putting in Mississippi Mustache, and they don't really have enough to be dynamic and put Detroit away. And if Detroit's nothing else, they'll hang around. The Lions are hanging around like the drunk dude who's taking an ass whooping, but he keeps standing back up. They are still hanging around, and I'll be honest with you. I think if there's one thing left on the schedule where they can steal one, I think this is it. And I don't think it comes from all the other things I normally talk about turnovers and time of possession. I do think that they can legitimately be a better team on the field this week. Mm-hmm. And, of course, you're going to take the kiddies. We're both taking the kiddies. So, all right, keep it moving. It's an AFC South match of the Tighten Up Titans going against Chad Carr's Colts, and the line is 1.5 for Tennessee on the road.
Travis Henry.
Pow.
Travis
I
Henry.
agree. I think the Titans get it done. The Colts have been showing flashes, but I think the Titans are a better team, and I'm going to take them as
with
well.
Carson Wentz behind center, I'm just waiting on him for him to crash and burn. So Tennessee, I got him.
All right, it's the Rams of Los Angeles heading down to the H-Town, baby, and the line is disrespectful 14.5 for the Rams on the road.
Yeah, I mean, give it to them because they're gonna beat the shit out of them. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I like the Rams in that. Not much more to be said in that game. All right, it's the Red Hot Bungles going to the BUMS Bums. Oops, I mean the JETS Jets, and the line is 10.5 for the Bengals in MetLife.
Ram, Lisa, sorry, Ashley, Rocky. That's my family. That's my boy. You know what I'm saying? His family. They are diehard Jets fans. Sorry, Cincinnati's gonna get another W. All right.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bengals as well. Just too much for the Jets, who are banged up and they're struggling. They just signed Fluco Flacco, for God's sake. So
Flacco.
You do the math on that one.
Traded for him at that, right?
They did trade for him. Yes, they did. Brought him back to the Jets. All right, JB, it's the Steelers going to the dog pound, and the line is 3.5. Someone get that dog a chain. Good God Almighty! The line is 3.5.
Get that dog spaded or neutered. Shit.
Get your animal spayed or neutered. Flacco.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, I do believe that Cleveland gets this win. For me, it would have been whoever's house they're playing in. So the fact they're playing in Cleveland, I think Cleveland gets the win. All right. Plus, their D-line is just going to be more dominant. And I still don't believe the Steelers' offensive line. Your man, Myles Garrett, going to feast. And Clowney going to do his thing, too. So, yeah, I think that Cleveland ended up getting a W. And real quick, media, can y'all leave Mike Tomlin alone? Mike Tomlin's fine.
Yeah, for real.
All right. He's fine. Please leave him alone. Like, the SC job, come on, man. Like, chill. Right? That man is the head coach of probably the most loyal football team in the NFL when it comes to coaching. Right? Yes. They love a culture. They love a family. That's what they love, and that's why they're so successful. Even when they're not as successful as they usually are, they're still successful, right? And they got other intangibles that are making them not successful this year, but Mike Tomlin is fine, right? So, yeah, Cleveland's going to get the W, and then I think that from there, Pittsburgh will probably kind of be a snowball rolling downhill because you know how they do once the season starts getting towards the end. They just start picking up momentum out of nowhere, and then, whatever.
Yeah, I'm picking the Browns as well. It's a closer matchup because of the injuries. Of course, Baker's talking about playing. Baker, don't run back in there
sit your punk ass down somewhere.
Yeah, like a little hop along Texas redneck that you are. Sit your ass down, get all the way right, because if you want that contract, you can't go in there thinking that Case Keenum's going to take your job. I mean, if they would have made this, if they didn't have faith in you, they would have made him a starter when you were both healthy. So relax, stay out this game. Let him just keep you guys consistent, get back in the playoff run and all that stuff. So I'm taking the Browns as well. All right. It's the Niners trying to get a bounce back W, and they are in the Chicago against the Bears, and the line is 3.5 for the Niners on the road.
Benny, can I just say something real quick? I just read something on Twitter that J.J. Watt will most likely undergo season-ending shoulder surgery.
Damn, JJ.
And I mean this respectfully. All right, so here we go. San Francisco versus Chicago. With that being said, I'm going to go with San Francisco because I don't think Chicago can stop that machine. Even being injured, fucked up, I don't have faith in Chicago, right? I think that they're going to feast on the young quarterback. I think they're going to make him make mistakes. I think he's only going to be able to do so much with his legs, and I think San Francisco going to get the win.
Yeah, I was of the mind to overreact a little bit based on how the Niners performed last week, but they got some bulletin board material, and the Bears aren't quite ready to win. So I'm going to take the Niners as well. All right, it's the Jags going against the Squawks. The Squawks who need a W badly, and the line is 3.5 for Seattle back at home, 2 games in a row.
I can't see Jacksonville beating Seattle in Seattle. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn who's playing.
Yeah, Jacksonville doesn't quite have enough just yet to beat Seattle. Seattle's gonna get a must-win W. It's gonna be a hard season for them, but I'm picking the Squawks as well.
Right.
All right, it's the Pats, dude, coming out here to LA, going against the San Diego Barstow Bakersfield, fucking Bullhead City. Shout out to Mitch.
Heading their ass back to San Diego pretty soon as Chargers.
Right. And the line is 5.5 for the Chargers at home.
You know I'm good for this. I'm picking New England.
Ooh.
I'm picking New England. And it's because of coaching, right? Bill Belichick and them gonna come down there on a business trip, and like we talked about it, veteran group on defense. I think your man got exposed. Herbert got exposed last week. Some of the things that they saw, the mistakes he made, they are going to exploit them, and I think that New England slides out of LA with a win.
Well, I'm going the other way. Taking the Chargers at home, 4-2, big win. They're considerably healthier than the Pats. Although the Pats are 2-0 on the road. Obviously, crowd's not really going to be a big factor, and obviously the coaching matchup, you give the nod to Belichick. Although Brandon Staley's, proven to be a pretty good coach. So I think this one's going to be close. I think this one's going to be jankified, so I won't pick the line. But I'm going to take jankified. I'm taking the Chargers.
You should know. You jankified.
Oh my God.
This is for the real true janksters. Yeah. Shout out to Master P, Moby Dick. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Washington football team going a mile high.
Who?
The line is 3.
Shout out to Snoop. Who? Like,
Teddy Two Gloves.
I'm gonna pick Denver because they're in Denver. Like that's the only reason why I'm picking them, because Denver kind of fell off last week like a bad bag of that dope, and it's like, what? Okay, but I'm picking Denver because they're in Denver.
Yep, I agree. Denver because they're in Denver. I'm taking them as well. All right, keeping it moving. Oh, the Bucks are getting hot, baby. Tampa Bay going in the big Gumbo Bowl, and the line is 5 for the Bucks on the road.
Don't take for granted that you said Tampa Bay, they're getting hot. They are. But they're going to New Orleans. All right. They're going to New Orleans, baby. All right. With that being said, they're going to win. But it's not going to be what people think it is. They're going to struggle. It's going to be some scary moments. It's going to be some nail biters for them Tampa Bay fans. They're going to get the win late because they're just going to over-challenge them. And that's that.
Yeah, I agree. Bucks just got too much for them. Even though the Saints are going to get, that's going to be a Jameis. That's going to be a Jameis.
I mean,
game.
they just traded back for Mark Ingram too, so that just made their team that much stronger. For real.
Yes, they're gonna have some energy, but I do like the Bucks to pull it off just because more talent on both sides of the ball.
Right.
All right. It's a ding. How about them Cowgirls? I mean, them Cowboys. Them playing well, Cowboys going again to the Vikings, and the line is 2.5 for the Cowboys on the road for Sunday Night Football.
I'm gonna pick the Vikings. Reason being is this: we don't know if Dak's going to play. Right? He has a calf injury, which is going to limit him. So, I know how it goes. If he plays, he's going to be doped up, but he's not going to be the same. I do think that Minnesota's not a bad football team. Let's be clear, right? And at home, they're a better football team than they are on the road. So, I think that the question mark is Dak. If he plays, he's not going to be the same. If he don't play, they're screwed. So, it is what it is, right?
He is listed as questionable. I'm going to assume that he plays. I'm going to assume they have too much, so I'm going to take the Cowboys on the road. And finally, it's the G-men coming off a big and strange win last week, going to the Chiefs' kingdom. And the line is 10 for the Chiefs. Have been struggling and need a dub.
Yeah, they've been struggling. I think they'll get the win, but it's like, what's going on in Kansas City right now? Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, I think they'll get the win because New York, y'all played out of body last week. Y'all got a W, and that's cool because the realest shit ever spoke is any given Sunday. So I think the Chiefs get it together at home, at night. Yeah, it's hard to beat them there. So Yeah, they get the win.
Yeah, Chiefs need to win. It's going to be too much firepower, and I definitely don't trust the Giants yet. So I am taking the Chiefs, and that's it. We'll see who's right, who's wrong, who is both right, who's both wrong. The Raiders and Will's Ravens got bye weeks this week. And before we get out of here, we are going to drop a exclusive patented reaction video for those who don't know. They're releasing a movie called American Underdog. It's our friend of the show, Kurt Warner. Super Bowl champion /
one of my OGs.
Damn near got it done with the Birdgang. So, he's loved in the desert too. And we're going to watch this trailer and we are going to react to it. Will ask whatever happened with Andy Reid's son in the car crash. I think I don't know if was there like a lawsuit? I can't remember what happened with that.
Google it, bro.
You gotta look that one up. But Will, we're going to check out this trailer for American Underdog. Again, it's the Kurt Warner story. For those who don't know, he went to Northern Iowa. He was playing arena football. He was bagging groceries at one point, and he got a chance to get back in the league. And this is kind of what they're breaking down. So let's check it out.
Wanted to see me, sir.
Sit down, Kurt.
Thank you, Coach. I prefer to stand.
Oh, it's Mike Martz.
Right. Go ahead then. Tell me.
Tell you what.
Why a team worth $800 million, one of the most complex offenses ever built.
Greatest show on
you
turf,
in the
baby.
driver's seat. You're too old to be a rookie, too green to be a pro. So why in the world would I give you this shot?
Because I'm Kurt Warner, damn it.
All my life, I've defined myself through sports. I've always come up empty.
Coach, I can win for you. You need to start thinking about life after football, son.
We gave you the chance. We're letting you go.
Mooch, Steve
I
Mariucci.
was meant for something more.
You think you could be that guy?
Yeah, I do.
What are you doing here?
I wasn't ready for it, but I am now.
You defied all odds.
Oh, look at Brenda.
I bled for it. I know who I am, and I know why I'm here. If you give me a chance,
Green went down hard and is not getting up.
I will not let you down.
You were born for this.
There's something special about you, son. Destiny belongs to the underdogs. You want to prove that?
Randy Quaid is Dick Vermeil. Wow, based on the
So-
book, anything's possible.
So look, it's great to me because first of all, I know this man personally. I went to his induction to the Quarterback Hall of Fame. I didn't get to make it into the NFL Hall of Fame, but I made it to the Quarterback Hall of Fame. Had a good time meeting him and a lot of other guys. Doug Williams was there, and I have a great Doug Williams story that we'll share some other time. But shout out to Kurt, man. Shout out to Kurt, and that was special. It's gonna be fun to watch because it's dope because I personally know the man. I know his story very well. I know his wife, I know his kids. Yeah, that's dope, man. I'm a fan. Couldn't happen to a greater man, right? And I'm just being completely honest. Like Kurt has, and I ain't gonna say no flaws, but when it comes to like just being a man and being a true man, being a friend, being a husband, being a father, being a teammate, he that dude, man. Being a competitor, he that dude, man. So shout out to Kurt, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to watching it. We both know a lot about his story, but hopefully there's going to be some new things that different perspectives that maybe the average Google isn't going to cover. Hopefully that's in the movie. So I'm looking forward to the dude playing him. Looks like he's going to do a solid job, and they got some good fit. So I'm looking forward to, man, this Christmas apparently holiday tear jerk, JB.
This Christmas. That's right.
When you're sitting there in your nightcap and your Santa hat, you can shed a tear.
Right.
It's all right.
Right. True indeed. You know what I'm saying? Lump in the throat.
Oh, that looks like it's gonna be a real lump in the throat ass movie. But hey, man, it's a beautiful story. So check it out, reviewers. We're gonna drop this again on YouTube. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, all that shit. And that's it, JB. We need us. Final thoughts. Take us home, sir.
Don't be dumb. That's all I got to say. All right? Don't be dumb. With all the dumb shit going on in the world today, don't be fucking dumb. All right? We love y'all. Everything about y'all. We appreciate y'all being here. Follow us at all social media platforms at JB and Benny Blue Review. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Fuck with us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Subscribe, share. 5-star reviews. We appreciate them. Check me out on Tuesday nights, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time on Burning Bridges Podcast on the AAT Sports _ and the All About the Birds network on Twitter. Rock with us for real, man. We appreciate the love. Doing great things, grabbing some traction, man. We do have a number, you know what I'm saying? You want to contact us, and Benny, let them know.
Yes, that's 818-850-2804. By the way, JB, is a special thing for episode 200. I'm calling out to all the reviewers, and we're going to make this a special promotion. We want voicemails from you. Yes. Just talking about this. Just talking about our show. Some of your favorite moments. Dope. Some of your favorite guests. I'm putting that out there right now. We're going to promote it, but let's heed the call, reviewers. I know life could be life, and up and down. Some folks can catch us some weeks in live stream, and some can't.
And Benny, we need to make sure that we put it out to our former guests as well, man. That would be kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? It's 200 episodes. Make sure all of our former guests gets that, man. You know what I'm saying? If they can tap in and kind of leave us a voicemail about their experience, that would be super special, man. So that's an idea as well. Anything that you guys want to hop or talk to us about, hit us up on JB and Benny Blue Review at gmail.com. Man, shoot us hate mail, whatever ideas for the show, anything. It don't really matter, man. We accept it all. We love it. You know what I'm saying? Any publicity is good publicity. But catch us on all major streaming platforms. Past episodes, new episodes, it don't matter, man. Live stream, we appreciate everybody. Shout out to sponsors, savagecbd.com. Man, use code word review for 15% off, man. We appreciate you guys. And any other future sponsors, man, let us know. All right. This has been the JB and Benny Blue Review, episode 198. 198. We are 2 away from 200. It's kind of dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. All right. It's kind of dope, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hard work pays off. Hard work pays off.
Goddamn right.
All right. In the words of Floyd Mayweather. All right. But other than that, man, we appreciate you, Benny. We love you. All right. Sing us out.
We love you, Dr. Beers. And Andrew Will wants to where the vocals at, man.
Sing us out now. The end is near. And so I face the final curtain. Yeah, that's all you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's all you get. Hey, speaking of music, man, check out my son Winter's album.
Zion Winters, baby.
Elephant. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. It's on iTunes. It's on Spotify. It's called, again, Elephant, man. My oldest son, Zion Winters.
We might need him as a guest for Be Real With Your Grind. So, hey.
Got him, man. Don't worry about it. He's coming on. He's coming on, man. So, I got him. You know, he's a working man. We just got to make sure we get it right with his schedule. But other than that, reviewers, we love you. Jimmy 2 times in the building. All right. Jimmy 2 times out the building. Peace.
And we all reviewers. See you next week.
Yeah.
Peace out.